weight of expectation can prove a heavy burden, but the fact of the matter is that England have put 50 on the board in 3 out of their last 4 meetings with Italy. But the professional approach is to concentrate on the near defeat at Huddersfield just over 2 years ago, Stuart.
I don't think there's any doubt England will not have their heads in the cloud today. They'll be reminding themselves how tough it was in Huddersfield, and they'll be reminding themselves more pertinently of Cardiff 2 weeks ago. They made errors, they turned over too many ball, they missed try-scoring chances. Today, England will want to nail all those errors. If they do that, it'll be an exceptional performance.
England are, in effect, unchanged from the team that turned on the style in Cardiff. Austin Healey's early introduction against Wales, due to Dan Luger's injury, is extended. The exciting Ian Bolshaw makes only his 3rd start. Johnny Wilkinson will seek to establish a level of control which laughs in the face of his age. Bolshaw and Wilkinson still only 21. The old man of the team, well, that's hooker Dorian West. It's a 5th cap for him. He's 33, going on 23. The distinctive sight and sounds of the Six Nations occasion, but some new tastes and aromas in the Twickenham car park today with the Italian contingent here. And Italy have moved their backs around so much that winger Dennis Delan is the only player starting this match in the same position as against Ireland. Raineri is brought in from centre to cover the fly-half role. He's partnered by Querolo at half-back, with Dominguez still injured and Troncon suspended. The pack includes 5 of the Treviso club. Andrea Gritti's return to the second row allows Carlo Cecchinato to revert to his favoured number 8 role. Well, on the benches, one name stands out with respect to all others. Jason Robinson, just 10 matches into his new rugby role, having left league to join Sale Sharks, is on the verge of a first cap in Union. In fact, Robinson is the only player who could make his debut today. All the other 43 present, including that Italian 7 in reserve, have played for their country before, and there is Jason Robinson, part of the England squad.
Just another exciting cameo in what's proving to be an extremely exciting season for English rugby. They are ready to build on the autumn.
Well, their style of play seems to have galvanised the players. This team has now created a pre-kick-off feeling that not only winning rugby could be in store, but exciting play as well. And that performance against Wales proved that the two are not mutually exclusive.
No, in fact, far from it. If they get the balance right, as they did against Wales, England will finally have a team who can challenge New Zealand, Australia, South Africa and France regularly. This is a team building towards something special.
The irony for Italy is that they were a better side, most people agree, a few years ago, prior to their introduction to this great tournament. But the rebuilding process has to start. Italy would rather do that in the spotlight. They worked so hard to achieve days like these. And all the Italian coach Brad Johnson wants at this stage is respect. Italy have a right to be at the top table.
Well, rugby historians will tell you that France took an awfully long time to make any impact in the old 5 nations. Italy, it's early days for them, but they have some fine players. Watch out for Stoica and Bergamasco, and they will fight all afternoon.
There's Andrea Moscari and his young team waiting for a test of their character. And now the man to lead England out today for the first time, it's Mike Catt, who gets the honour because he's about to win his 50th cap. 7 years of light switch rugby for this man, but now his international career is very much on. Catt, who was famously booed by the Twickenham crowd on one occasion, can now take their acclaim. He's won the day, a fly half, a fullback, a winger, and now he's a centre of attention. Mike Catt.
Well, I just think, first time I saw Mike Catt, I was practising a kick on a Monday night. This kid hoofed the ball 70 metres back. I thought, who is he? It was Mike Catt. He was a better centre, I believe, than a fly-half, a talented fly-half, but he plays a really good, narrow game. He's a guy who plays in blinkers, and he's enjoying his form with Wilkinson and Greenwood.
And if England thought, and I'm sure they haven't, that this is going to be a stroll in the park, what about this from the former Italian captain, now assistant coach, Massimo Giovanelli, who has sent out this warning: don't dare take the skin off the bear until you've really killed him. Yes, Italy will come out snarling. So the teams gather for the national anthems. The Italian connection for Dallaglio, and today Italy play their first championship match at Twickenham. Somewhere near #1 in your top 10 anthems. That so full of life, so Italian. Against Italy in the Lloyds TSB Six Nations Championship. A Sky Sports production brought to you in widescreen, Dolby surround sound and with interactive. That's for Sky digital viewers.
22, 20, 19 and 18 is David Dalmasso, 16 and 17.
The autumn success was such a mental boost for this England team. Likewise, the performance against Wales, it seemed a breakthrough moment. And this, the first time that an international between these two at this ground has been sold out. Referee, Stuart Dickinson of Australia. A second Six Nations match in a row for him, having taken charge of France versus Scotland in Paris a fortnight ago.
Half an hour ago I was speaking to Andy Robinson. He said he thinks Stuart Dickinson is just about the best referee in world rugby. Very happy with the appointment.
Round 2 of the championship then, and it's the two ends of the bookmakers' spectrum who come together at Twickenham, and it's Italy, the underdog, to kick us off. Taken by Johnson. Dawson looking for space around the fringe, and it was alarmingly there. Cat gets it on Greenwood, and England immediately looking for width. Healy's gone across. This is Bolshoi. Scanavacca goes back. Normally at fly half at club level, and playing full-back today, replacing Stoiker in that position, who's been moved into the centre. Healy involved twice early on neither occasion as a winger. or out on the wing. Bergamasco, hit by Wilkinson. A thundering tackle, and it's England who get the penalty. Well, we remember Wilkinson on Untermac in Paris, and that one really hurt.
Well, that shook the life out of Bergamasco. It's very close to being high, you know, but it's such a committed challenge from Wilkinson. And Bergamasco does very well to stay on his feet, but it's the power of an England back turning over ball, and you can see, well, Johnny Wilkinson, he's right up there as one of the main tacklers, not just volume, but power.
And England make the early statement, not only with that Wilkinson tackle, but also with Wilkinson being asked not to kick a goal and Cat going for touch.
Yeah, there was some feeling that England might just build up the points early, but they've started very confidently, haven't they?
Taken by Grewcock. Italy try and regroup. And that's a good surge from England, and it's still going on.
Stay last.
Dawson. Wilkinson. It's Cohen off his wing now. Tackled by Rainieri. England looking for holes through the middle. Got some obstruction. And that's a penalty to Italy. And great relief too. Scanavaca winning his second cap.
Now, of course, he's a fly half, playing fullback today, and just hope he doesn't have a game like Contaponi for Argentina when he switched position. Had a nightmare here. Here's a nightmare for Bergamasco. Wilkinson, he drives from low, he's a short guy, and then he drives up into the challenge, and it is so uncompromising.
In the World Cup meeting on this ground in '99, Bergamasco broke a rib. He nearly broke a few more there. Oof, could feel it up here. Cohen with the shout, but not the claim. Querollo out to Bergamasco, who takes on the kicking duties and does it very well indeed. In the end, Dawson and Bolshaw happy to let the ball go over the line, therefore England will throw in. Some good all-round talent there from Italy.
Two good kicks there. Querollo, of course, inexperienced, but that was a lovely box kick first of all, and then you saw the footballing skills of Mauro Bergamasco. Lovely kick, very much out of the nil back flanking school. Good football all round. That was a good kick, putting England under pressure. There's Bergamasco, fine player. Recovered from the hit.
And that's stolen by Gritti. And now it's Italy who can send that England line.
Advantage offside.
Referee calling offside, given to Italy. England just a bit keen there to get up and make the tackle. Now what will Italy do? Will they go for goal? Remember, they had all kinds of problems kicking against Ireland. And it's Scanavaca who's come in to take on that role, but he's going for touch as well. The crowd appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you something, that tells you just how much Italy fancy their forwards. Great take from Gritti on an England throw, and instead of going for 3 points, they've gone for the catch and drive from the line out. Bergamasco's moved to the front, watch something going back and then forward.
He's thrown to Gritti again, who's back in the side, and he's already making an impact. Querollo. Rainieri took his eye off it, but it's well taken by Stoica, born in Bucharest. It's Dennis Delan, and he's got through! Delan to score for Italy! That is a dream start to this game for Italy, and their first championship match at Twickenham. And they have come back at England so hard there.
Well, very positive. Querollo goes blind, and Delan a show of the ball. And it's the England front row. Phil Vickery can't make the tackle. We saw Howley in Cardiff expose Vickery, and again the prop forwards on the short side. He doesn't have the pace to get there. Cohen stepped wide, And Delan, a big, powerful man. That's a great moment for the Italian winger. But again, England caught out on that narrow side.
Even better moment because that's his first international try. What a stage. And what a time to score it. Scanavacca for Italy. Ah, quite wonderful. 7-0.
That's a fabulous start for the Italians, and you have to say every neutral will be delighted. It's probably just about what this game needed, and Twickenham lifts its decibel level to cheer England on, but Italy have shown they can play rugby all right.
Taken by Grukov. Dawson. Back. Now it's Wilkinson's turn to drop it.
Cross forward, not advantage to blue, scrum.
Italian scrum, and of course great respect for this Italian front row in Lo Cicero, Mascardi and Marraro. And although England have a weight advantage, there's nothing weak about this Italian pack.
Technically it's very, very good, isn't it? Lo Cicero is a good scrummager. There's Johnny Wilkinson. I just wondered, England slightly overconfident early on. They said they wouldn't be in management, but the players, well, they're a little bit frantic.
Here's Mascardi, the Italian captain, who must be brimming with pride.
Play on. All right, tackle away. Hands off the leg. Got to stay on your feet.
Italy go over the top, fail to stay on their feet there.
Stay on your feet, please.
Concede the penalty.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You go the other way. It's knocked on. Yeah, that's fine.
It's Wilkinson's job to calm everything down. And that was a safe enough strike. He wasn't going for broke. There's 32 points in that World Cup game when England scored 67. Here's Cat. Italy scored 7. Well, Italy already up to that mark today. Delalio. Healy is caught. Richard Hill has stayed on this side as the right winger. First of all, England try and drive it up through the forwards. Getting Italy on the back foot. And indeed in front of the back foot as they go offside. Now here's another England penalty. And this time, yes, they're kicking for goal.
Well, there's a couple of boos, but most of the crowd applauding the decision. It's the right decision. It's a mark of respect for Italy, because Italy have come out very well. England playing with a lot of width, but at the moment the white shirts are targets for the Azzurri, and they're making the hits. What we saw just then, England tightening up a bit and just sucking the defenders in. 5 minutes of that just to get themselves back into this game after a nervous and error-ridden start.
Wilkinson then. England on the board, courtesy of the boot of Johnny Wilkinson. England 3, Italy 7.
Start this side's fine.
And if for some reason you're 10 minutes late coming in to watch this game, yep, 3-7, Italy lead. And deserved.
It was the initial steal on the line out from Gritty that created that position. And then they made no mistake.
Just think now we've seen Grukop take one restart from England very well, and he fielded that superbly. He's a guy in good form.
Dawson, Wilkinson, Cat, miss pass. Took out Greenwood that one, finding Bolshaw straight away. Those long slingy passes from Cat, such a feature of England's game in Cardiff. Johnson. Dawson again, Cat. Healy. Good run from Healy. Turns it back inside to West, on to Dallaglio. Disappointing end as Wilkinson couldn't take the short pass. Down the wing from Delan, and it's Bolshaw who has to go all the way back. First instinct with him is always to counter. He's been scragged by Delan, but the support is there. First from Hill, then from back, and it's on to Cohen. He's got Greenwood outside him, but Cohen keeps going. England there in numbers. Dawson, Wilkinson, plenty of men wide. Dallaglio is one of them. Now it's Vickery, on to Bolshaw, but Italy have got numbers over there, 4 or 5 blue shirts. And that's why the move comes to an end. That's excellent defence from Italy.
Well, you talk about the excellent defence from Italy. You can really just watch this. Christian Stoica on the line, attacking Bolshaw, and you can see Bolshaw now, as he comes forward, taken on the drift. Really good defence. Organised well, making their tackles.
Problems here for referee Dickinson to sort out between the two front rows. Such a vital part of the game. Who can get the nudge on? And the young Australian official has sided with Italy there, given the free kick, and it's Quairolo, and it's Coyoni, and it's Italy putting the pace on the game. Delan joining as the extra forward there, the winger.
It's good play from Quairolo again. He's moving his forwards well.
High from Raineri. On to Bolshaw, who makes the mark. And he's off again. Vickery, West, he did well to take that. Had he not done so, then there were all kinds of problems for England, because Bolshaw wasn't there, was he? Scanavacca. Little chip over the top, meant for himself. But that was Dawson, I think, who was getting in there to make the catch.
That's a good drive from the English forwards.
Healy, Wilkinson, Greenwood took that well, and then Cat.
Met by Bergamasco.
Dawson again. Wilkinson, Dallaglio, Bolshaw is waiting. Dallaglio tries to straighten the attack. Bolshaw to trust his pace and go. Supported by Dallaglio. Inside is Healy, and England come racing back into the match. Joy from Austin Healy. The omnipresent Healy was there.
Try England, now 14.
Well, I thought Bolshaw was going to go. It wasn't the greatest pass from Dallaglio, but as you say, omnipresent Healy. He was aware of the danger. The overlap is on. It's the drive from Vickery first. Now Dallaglio's got space. The pass to Bolshaw, you watch this, it stops him in his track. That's why the cover gets there. But Dallaglio in support well atones for his error, and Healy, like a predator, like a centre forward who from 6 yards out knows his way to goal. Across the line, England in the lead.
And so simple for Wilkinson. England established a 3-point lead. But they're far from established control in this match yet. It's a good contest, although England, they're having numbers out wide. And for the first occasion in the match, the Italian defence was stretched. And Healy was able to take advantage of it. Yes, that's where you put it down.
I'm not quite certain about the little skip there from Austin Healy. Pretty certain about the score.
Coyoni chasing hard, but it's Dallaglio who comes straight through, but he was able to come through because the way was opened up illegally. Now this will be a kick at goal, surely. And that's what Mascardi has elected to do. Lalio still mystified.
That's from me face. Not yours. You're right.
But there was a block spotted by referee Dickinson. He refereed England in Paris last season, and that second test in South Africa in the summer in Bloemfontein. Which may be one reason why England like his presence. So Scanavaca, who scored more than 2,000 points in the Italian Championship, just like 3 here. This to level the scores, and he's done it. What a fine start from the Italian kicker. A wide conversion, and now that penalty. Neither easy kicks, both straight over.
As I say, smart play by Stuart Dickinson. Here's the offence. It's Phil Vickery, and that's the block. Now just watch happens when Lawrence Dallaglio runs. You can see the Italian taken out off the ball. England mystified, but there's no doubt at all he was right. Good refereeing.
It was Mike Catt there challenging at the restart. Advantage played after the knock-on. Querolo. Well, it got there in the end, and it's Lo Cicero.
I tell you, Querolo has had a very, very chippy start at scrum half-time. Very well. Querolo, that's it.
Played with Viadana, the emerging club in Italy. And getting his chance because Alessandro Troncon is suspended following his boxer's punch on Stringer of Ireland in Rome. Good take from Drewcock. Dawson. Wilkinson. Again the missed move, and it creates space for Catt this time. Bolshaw's got Healy outside, who shows it to him, and then gives it to him. Austin Healy stretching, but not scoring. So close, but the feeling is not close enough. Stuart Dickinson has gone to the video ref. Clayton Thomas. Healy trying to get to the line.
If he gets on the line, it's a try, it's close. Bolshaw does well with the inside ball, and Healy sniffing, he goes for the line. Well, he doesn't get there first, that looks like a double movement.
Just short of the line when he put it down. And the initial cheer from the crowd now is turned to an ooh and an ah, because they've got the big screen to look at as well. And I think that's just short of the line. We don't... Yes, just short.
But does the impetus get him there? He's certainly short when he goes down, but if he's bouncing with the tackle, he might just have got to the line. Who would be a video referee?
He's held in the tackle and then tries to get over the line a second time.
Fine. Time back on.
He's given it. Healy's momentum taking him there.
Long way ago it all started. Mike Catt was the key man there. England sucked the Italian defence in, and Mike Catt just drifted outside the pass and he pulled the defence in. And just watch what happens here. Catt gets outside them, it sucks the defence in. There's the overlap created. 2-on-1, Bolshaw, the dummy scissors, that's a lovely ball. And then Healy, not the first time, but impetus carries him over. But it's clever play from Wilkinson and Catt to make the space.
Wilkinson's kick is through. And Italy have been hit by a double Healy blow.
Well, if Jason Robinson's presence on the bench hasn't done anything else, it's certainly galvanised Austin Healy. As for Wilkinson, what a kick. Important for Italy now to really stay in touch with England. England have hit back pretty quickly.
There's a middle. Take this up, right, just there. I'll give you the space.
There's Dorian West. So delighted to be in the side as a starter and not a substitute. Johnson.
He retrieved a pretty bad throw from Dorian West. He's had a dodgy start with his throw, and that's a couple of loose ones.
And that's loose from Wilkinson.
I don't think there's any doubt England aren't quite as highly tuned mentally as they were in Cardiff. 17-10 up, but they need to tighten their game. Because Alessandro Moscardi and co are going to keep playing, they've shown that.
And here's Stoica. This time England were waiting. Raineri trying to dodge his way through. Kekinato. Lo Cicero.
Stay last feet, please.
And this is where Italy really want to ask themselves questions and dig deep and come back themselves. England have done it. Stoica isolated, therefore he goes for the Gary Owen, and it's Bolshaw coming forward, and he's lost it, given to Moraro. Quirolo, numbers, Moscardi gets it on, and there's a chance in the corner, and there is a second Italian try. They asked the question, and they supplied the answer. Great stuff. Wim Wisse.
Would you believe it? And Ian Bolshaw will be very annoyed there. It was a super kick from Stoica. Bolshaw's got to claim that. Under pressure, he loses it. Tremendous work there from Andrea Moraro. And Quirolo, he takes the blind side, the right option. The passing from the forwards, good. Low into the tackle. Cohen's not low enough, and the weight carries the man over.
It's Kekinato, his 15th international try.
Great kick from Stoica, but that'll put a few demons into the mind of Ian Bolshaw. International fullbacks, you've got to make those catches.
And Scanavaca. Would you believe it? Terrific kicking from Scanavaca. Italy come charging back themselves. Nip and tuck. Tremendous stuff.
Well, Scanavaca, he's the record point scorer in Italian League Rugby. And I think we know why now. Look at that strike. Beautiful kick. And tremendous work from Italy.
Quirolo. And Italy starting to believe.
On you go, away you go.
Bolshaw. Wilkinson.
Play it there, play it.
And it's a penalty to Italy. Wasn't released after the tackle was made.
Come out, back you go. Back you go. Back you go. From here.
And if I was Alessandro Moscardi there, you know, I'd be asking Scanavaca to line up a shot at goal. Richard Hill, as so often, at the bottom of it all. Compromising Frankie. Wilkinson tackled hard there. Number 6, Richard Hill. He's in just after Neil Back. You can see him bridging over the ball. He goes down. Well, you can see that in fact it's Lo Chicaro comes through and Hill bounces to the ground. Certainly, no, they're in a game, England.
No problem then if you're a mile behind. No one can say you were there.
Well, the way he's kicking today, we wouldn't bet against Scanavaca going from this distance as well. Oh, they're easy, aren't they?
Well, this is Phil Larder's greatest nightmare. 20 points conceded, and here's Richard Hill's nightmare. Well, that's a bad headbutt. He should really go for that. The penalty should have been reversed. I think if Stuart Dickinson had seen that, Lo Chicaro could well have been taking a very early bar.
Absolutely.
But at 17-10, we said Italy need to strike back or stay in the game. They've done more than that. They've done brilliantly.
Greenwood. Dawson. Wilkinson. Cat. It's Neil Back. And it's stolen. And away goes Kayone. Ball was out. England tried to get through. It was fair game. The referee explains.
I'll give you the mark. It's got to be behind, mate. I can't let you go in front of it.
Neil Back trying to force the pace, and Kayone, blindside flanker for Italy, snaffles it up, and Richard Hill retrieves the situation, bails out his mate Neil Back. Shaking heads from England all around. Collectively, it hasn't gone according to plan, but let's give all the credit to Italy. They're playing superbly and really fighting.
The Twickenham crowd try and lift England.
Excellent. It's great just there, Blue. Just there, that's fine.
That was an expertly drilled kick into the corner. Low trajectory, great position.
West. Taken by Delalio. Neil Back has it. England just need to get the basics right here to build a platform back into the game, but they haven't. They've been turned over. Raineri. Italy have England unsettled, and Bolshaw, Cat, Healy. Raineri there with the tackle, having made the kick, what, 40 metres away. Ball pass from Back to Cat. Back goes in again. Two men want it. Vickery takes it. Dawson. Wilkinson. Cohen. Another spillage, but Italy offside in midfield.
And who'd have thought after half an hour England would be looking for the kick to bring them level with Italy. Concerned faces there, Clive Woodward and his coach, Andy Robinson. You know, all these youngsters Italy have in the team, there were two ways they were going to go today. They were either going to be totally intimidated by Twickenham, so many haven't played in front of crowds like this, or they were going to be inspired. And it's all about inspiration for the first 30 minutes, and quite a lot of perspiration too. Great stuff.
Wilkinson, the cheers from behind the post tell you immediately that that was simply sailing through, and how England needed it.
Seen some world-class kicking, aren't we, from both men. Skanavaka firing them over from all angles, and Wilkinson, as usual, matching his man. "40 points in 31 minutes. Well, everyone thought there was going to be a points avalanche, but not 20 each.
Well, the stats show that since they joined the Six Nations, Italy have been conceding on average around about 45 points. But they've also been scoring tries. And two excellent ones this afternoon. England need to really roll their sleeves up here.
Well, they played intelligent rugby. It's been very impressive.
Wilkinson, there's that show again, and the skip away. Through goes Bergamasco. Again, he's allowed to do that because the ball was out. Drewcock, Cohen, Dawson. Trying to line up the fullback again, just as he did in Cardiff. Hill, Delalio.
Away, tackle away!
Dawson, Wilkinson. A little bit bunched up. Bolshaw is maybe the man to find the space, but he's well tackled by Potsibon.
Lost forward, came off a blue hand.
England scrum.
I'll tell you what, that was a superb outside break from Johnny Wilkinson. Look at that change of pace, the check and then the go, and he's almost away. On the rugby club yesterday, we showed him go outside Mike Catt, and he really has found an extra dimension running. You can see against Wales, 5 clean breaks, and he was almost through again there.
In many ways, he's the team's personal organiser, isn't he? When he gets it right in that role, then things start to click around him, either inside or out.
Yeah, I think the two real leaders of the team now are Martin Johnson as the inspiration, and Wilkinson, he drives the shape of the team. And I know in training sessions now, he takes a lot of the training himself. He's calling the shots, he is marshalling the side, but Johnson, he'll be worried by the first 34 minutes.
We're waiting for it, let's give it to the mark. Time back on, just crouch and hold. Now just hold there.
But this is a supremely fit England team, and Italy will have 46 minutes of hard work ahead of them.
Dawson going quickly. But Italy have that inspiration, taking them onto a new level at the moment. England try and knock them back with Delalio, then Wilkinson in those areas that really hurt. Healy senses the long pass will be a scoring pass. It is Bolshaw. A real injection for England, that. Belief of their own will start surging around the body now as they take an important lead as we approach half-time.
It's brilliant from Austin Healy. Delalio's hands are very good there. Wilkinson spins out of it. It's the check from Healy just to pull Delan up, and that opened it up for Bolshaw. Absolutely brilliant from Austin Healy. Lovely ball. It makes it look easy, but it's not easy. It's a matter of judgment.
Try number 2 for England, for Ian Bolshaw. Many more to come. It's first-class kicking from both Wilkinson and Skanavaca this afternoon.
But Austin Healey did brilliantly. What he wanted to do was pull Delan up so he was out of position and then float the pass over him. It's done brilliantly. The little pause now, watch the check. The man's out of position. It looks easy, but that's the mark of a class player. Great work from Austin Healey. Over from the right wing, in midfield, superb.
Drewcock. Very important from the Italian perspective to stay on no more than 7 points behind as we go into the interval. England might sense that this is the time to turn up the heat.
Skanavaca taking the high ball. He's done everything right.
Well tracked by Dallaglio. Knew where that kick was going. Tackled by Moraro. Dawson, Cat, Bolshaw. Some of that midfield passing from England has been loose. That was a further example. Drewcock. Cat. Wilkinson, that's very good off the floor to Bolshaw. He's hit by Potsibon. And the referee is going to give the penalty where the ball landed for the late tackle by Walter Potsibon, the Italian centre.
It's marginal. There's the kick off the right foot. It's a fraction late. Nothing too much.
Number 12, please.
A fraction late.
But late, therefore a penalty.
No, that's late and that's a shoulder, okay? We don't want any more of it, okay? Just cut it out.
Okay,
all right?
But I just think in the context of what we've seen and the way Italy have played, you can excuse that. That was enthusiasm, I'm pretty certain of that. There was no malice intended.
On the 15, fine.
But Italy could pay with 3 points here. You don't give Wilkinson chances to kick points.
Every point matters. And many in this crowd didn't believe that would have been the case this afternoon. But there's 3 points for Wilkinson and England, and it's a significant lead now. 10 the difference.
Johnny Wilkinson.
A bit of an ooh from the disbelievers. They thought it was drifting wide, but no, Johnny Wilkinson had the Twickenham wind in his pocket, curved it back 3 points. And you're quite right, 10 points now means Italy do need to solidify their game. They've bounced back once, but they've got to keep doing it because England will go forward.
Just keeping it tight, but keeping it for too long. It was a fatal delay.
And once again, Quirolo moving it around so well.
He's having a lovely game at scrum half. Italy, straight away, get the opportunity to cancel out that Wilkinson penalty.
Well, the forward's doing so well. And then Quirolo, the scrum half, keeping the attack, moving down the short side. It's a lovely little ball. Look at that, through the legs. He knows where the support is. It's done very well. And Skanavaca, under all sorts of pressure, playing at full-back when he's a fly half. He's been kicking so far like it's a training session with nobody there. Playing really well, the scrum half. Quirolo. Novice half-back partnership with Ranieri, and they've gone better than anyone could have dreamed so far.
Or just 7 caps between them at the start of the day. Argentinian born, like Ramiro Pez, who was fly half against Ireland. He's on the bench today. And of course Diego Dominguez, whose injury was a major blow to Italian preparations for this Six Nations tournament. But Scanavaca is kicking in the Dominguez mould. He seems to have the coolness of a marksman. And coolness of his own there with the chic beret. That's Brad Johnston. The Italian coach would have enjoyed this first half.
The cosmopolitan Kiwi will be delighted.
A slice kick from Ranieri and Bolshaw. Healy.
He's the real danger at the moment for Italy. Healy's finding space.
Wilkinson off his right side this time. And no advantage for a previous penalty offence as Wilkinson kicked the ball away.
Number 9 holding on to the tackle. He must release. Okay, he's held onto the man on the ground. Must let it go.
Preventing release. And again, England opting for the 3 points. They have to.
And Jason Robinson, he'll be wondering at the moment, 30-23, whether he's going to get the run out. He was hoping. I think England were not expecting to be only 7 in front at this moment. But certainly if there is an area where Italy have been stretched, it's out wide, and I wonder if England can build a 14-15 point lead, whether Robinson could still thrive in this circumstances. Certainly at the moment it's all Healy though, isn't it?
What a sweet strike from Wilkinson again. Didn't try and push it too hard. It finishes the half. Little clip of the boot. He knew he could get the distance. Half-time score then, England leading by 10 again. England 33, Italy 23. And what an intriguing and exciting first half that was.
3 tries for England out wide with Healy and Bolshaw. But let's be honest, England lead, but the first half morally belonged to Italy. A tremendous performance by the Azzurri. They have stunned Twickenham. Great stuff from Italy.
Yes, Italy can go down that tunnel feeling good.
But for this to continue in the future, we need your help. Please ease post-match crowds and take one of the free RFU.
Though, and there's not much in it at this stage, certainly not as much as most people were expecting. England leading by 33 points to 23. Now we're watching it here on Sky Sports 2, and don't forget that if you're a Sky digital viewer, you can listen to the ref's mic if you go interactive with Sky RefLink. Now let's hear from Italy's missing link. Diego Dominguez is talking to Graham Simmons.
Diego, do you feel a little hard done by that your team are 10 points down at half-time?
Oh, they're making a very good match. I am very happy, and I am very honored that of the match that they are making, very courageous. If they try to make some turnovers to recuperate some balls, I think they're putting a lot of problem to England.
What do you think they should do in the second half, Diego? What's Brad Johnson been saying in the dressing room?
To keep more the ball and attack them hard near the malls and the racks.
Thanks for your time now. Good luck, enjoy the second half. Miles, back to you.
Thank you, Graham. As we get ready for a second half that you couldn't script. Certainly couldn't have scripted the first one. And Clive Woodward and Andy Robinson know that they're up against a youthful Italian team, but one playing with pride and passion Gone on the days of Francescato, Vaccari, Cotita, Giovanelli, and with no half-backs, Dominguez and Troncon, it's a rebuilding process for Italy. But on this evidence, they've got a lot to build with. Here's Wilkinson to start this second half for England, and Bolshaw chasing that one straight from the kickoff.
What a super kick that was from Jonny Wilkinson. I think Bolshaw's a little bit unlucky that that's called forward. Almost put backspin on it, and watch Bolshaw sprint after it. I just think he gets past the ball here. Yeah, you think that goes backwards. Very clever kick though from the Newcastle fly half.
And it's been hard work for that England pack. Referee Dickinson, who's had a good game so far, but feels he needs to make a point here. Unfortunately, the referee's mic has gone down, so we can't relay that conversation to you. Quairolo, good first half. And then good kick from Scanavacca. Slipped into the fly half role there where he plays for Roma.
He strikes a good ball, doesn't he, off the ground and out of hand. That's a lovely kick. Now England, they've got field position. They want to impose their game on Italy from the start.
Here's West then, the man that's taken a 5-year sabbatical from the police force, but he's built his other career now. A full-time rugby professional, part of the England scene and part of this England drive, and it's a good one inside that Italian 22 now, and West is the man leading the charge. Dawson taken by Wilkinson, and this is Ben Cohen. He has an amazing scoring record for England. That's already his 8th international try in only his 10th game for his country.
That's a superb try from a long way back. The drive of the forwards, so dynamic. Delalio at the back, and England really are travelling at a fair old rate. Now watch Wilkinson, the check, the hold, and come in late and straight. Little step off the right, and Ben Cohen under the post yet again. Just the start England wanted and Italy did not.
And Wilkinson takes his personal tally to 20.
Jonny Wilkinson.
So that's the back three all involved with try scoring. Healy, Bolshaw, and now Cohen. He is a ruthless finisher. Dawson. Mike Catt. Almost shaped as if he didn't strike it that well. Well, if that's a bad one, then he is a perfectionist. But he is really revelling in the responsibility given to him in this English midfield. One of the senior players now, 50th cap today. He's really come of international age, Mike Catt.
And he will realise the psychological import of that try. A great drive from the forwards, imposing their game on Italy, and then Cohen slicing through the midfield. It's exactly what England wanted.
Good catch from Visser. born in Durban. Chichero has it at the back. Johnson's in there. Neil Back, his Leicester colleague, was with him. That's the other prop for Italy, Moraro. Quairolo. Raineri. See some space there behind Dawson, but Dawson had tracked back so well. It's Luca Martins, tackle. Italy piling bodies in, not staying on their feet, and Dawson off quickly. And his opposite number, Quairolo, couldn't make the tackle. It's a game effort from Visser to bring down Dawson.
Stuart Dickinson, I think he thought about a quick tap then. Stop Mike Catt and England go for the corner. But Dawson sniping again. This time he runs towards the touchline. Shrugs off the challenge and sets up a good attacking situation. I feel England have stepped up a gear here. And if they can drive this line out as they drove the last one, well, they are within range.
You also feel that the English ears will be ringing from the words delivered in the changing room at half-time. And that may well have made a difference.
Well, they won't be too concerned. They wouldn't have been too concerned with the total in their favour, 33 at half-time, but it was that 23 by Italy that would have hurt England. Certainly, they've tightened up their game mentally as well.
Gianpiero Di Carli wants to win cap number 18, but he'll have to wait. It's a hobble back from Moraro. And it's a hobble off now. You can see fine work from Italy on their line out.
Yeah, good
And
space.
just to let you know, back on interactive, the Sky Ref Link. Stuart Dickinson's been plugged in.
As have England.
Dawson, Wilkinson, Catt, Greenwood the decoy, and then taking it to wonderful show of the arms, and Johnson.
Advantage again, tackler not moving.
Dawson, that's over the head of Greenwood, and Wilkinson. Oh, that's borderlines of running, threatening from Hill. Dawson, Catt, Greenwood. Driven back by 3 Italian tacklers, but there was an offside, and Dawson is normally the man to take advantage of these situations. But brought back.
He's run into me. You got miles of room, don't run into
Well,
me.
it's a great attacking
Yeah,
situation
yeah,
for England here, isn't it? Ian Bolshaw at full-back really is in a great position.
I should say the move coming to an end because Dawson collided with the referee. That immediately brings around a scrum. Dawson wants to get on with it, but this time he has to be told it's an Italian free kick.
Not for the first time in scrums. Italy scrummaging well as they did against Ireland.
Raineri's kick is good. And he's moved in from centre to fly half, so plenty of rearranging of this Italian backline. With defence in mind, it has to be said, that was the prime motivation.
It's not wholly worked defensively. They've conceded 40 points in 49 minutes. But certainly the variety in the game has caused England all sorts of problems. Their kicking game has been pretty good.
It's been a good mix from Italy. But as you say, they've still conceded 40 points, and that's a high tackle. And Dawson's knocked it forward from the quick tap, so he'll be brought back.
Just getting down, mate. Great,
Now
great
Wilkinson's tackle right at the start of the first half was bordering on the high. This one definitely was. But England have gone, and it's Vickering.
And away!
Dawson, Delalio,
Yeah, we'll play the advantage.
Mike Catt. Good flat pass to back. Really got him motoring onto that. But in front of Bolshaw.
Just ran out of space there. Bolshaw was thinking about coming in. That gave it to the man, thinking he was going flat out on the touchline. He wasn't, and it went to touch.
Well, here's a moment. Jason Robinson is on to the field. It's Ben Cohen, the try scorer, who's been removed. And Robinson becomes the first player to win a cap first in league and then an England cap in rugby union.
And I think it needs reiteration. I don't think Ben Cohen's off on form. England wanted to have a look at Robinson. They feel playing for England A and Sale, he hasn't had enough ball. They want to give him a fair crack of the whip. Ben Cohen, at the moment, he's England's #1 left wing. He's a born predator. He's playing very well at the moment. But you can see back off, West off.
Worsley on, Regan on.
And it gets more and more interesting, doesn't it, Miles?
And it could get very interesting for Italy now with these fresh legs. I mean, the likes of Worsley coming on at this stage of the game can wreak havoc.
Well, what England have done, they've moved Richard Hill to the open side. Worsley's at the blind side, but Joe Worsley is a far stronger ball carrier than Neil Back. He's a second wave runner like his Wasps teammate Delalio, and very powerful. And if the game opens up, Worsley is dangerous.
And Worsley doesn't get many opportunities. The trio of Hill, Back, Delalio, well, when the team is announced by Clive Woodward, it rolls off the tongue almost as if it's one name these days. So now that Worsley's on, he will want to step in and show what he can do. Same can be said for Mark Regan, who's taken his place in the England front row, and of course Jason Robinson. Referee just holding Dawson back because...
Avoid the kick, okay? You've been told before it's there or it's at the back, you know it, okay? Not at the side. Your man has just dropped the shoulder.
Taken from the right place.
No, I said at the back, okay? It's either on there or at the back, okay? Where I put it in or at the back. That's right. You know that.
Wilkinson into the corner. And now over to Regan to get his throw right. Involved in Triple Crowns in '96 and '97, Mark Regan. And he's returned to some of his best form of late. And it says a lot about Dorian West that he was keeping him out of the team. But this England pack has not been weakened. And Dawson ships it out. Worsley tries to dig in and go forward a metre or two. Hand comes in from Italy. Penalty.
Siege mentality now. England starting to attack, and they're using the power of their forwards. They could take a scrum to pull the Italian defenders in, I wonder. I think that's what Martin Johnson wants to do. Yep, good decision. Healy, Bolshaw and Robinson. That is a lively back three in terms of footwork and pace.
As Stewart says, with the forwards being down at the scrum, plenty of areas for England to exploit here. They're bossing this second half. Matt Dawson asked the question, is this where it is to take the penalty? Bolshaw knows where the try line is. Dawson, Wilkinson, spinning out of the first tackle. Real trademark of his, that. Another penalty. This repeated offending will result in this. Hand in pocket.
Mate, we spoke about blokes with tackle on the ground, holding onto the ball. This player's on the ground, he's ripped it off the player. Mate, you've got to go in the bin, okay? Too many of them. Too many.
Into the bin.
Potsibon, the centre, he's tackled very well.
And he's given away penalties.
Now look at this field position, it's fascinating. There is just Austin Healey on his own and the rest of the backs, you can see them banked.
Wilkinson, Greenwood. Nearly there, England a couple of metres short. Dawson, and the try in the corner. And there will be sheer delight for this man. Only just come on, Mark Regan, because that is a first try for England. Well, no outward display of emotion from Regan, but inside he will be brimming over.
Greenwood taking the straight line, 4 Italians sucked him. Robinson helping secure the ball, the quick pass, he's come round from open very well. Coming at pace and late onto the angle. Good body position, no one stopping the Bath hooker. And it could be a long 24 minutes for Italy now. They have played with great bravery, but England are starting to dominate physically and mentally.
And when you can bring on players like Kieran Bracken, then you know you have options in your squad. Just think about the players not in the 22, the likes of Flatman, White, Greening, Perry, Luger, Borthwick. There is real strength in depth there. Wilkinson, though, remains the first choice fly half. Not too much debate on that area. And that is one of the reasons why.
Wonderful kick.
Number 9, Matt Dawson. And on number 20, Kieran Bracken.
It's some deep breath required from Italy now, under pressure. And you just get the feeling Bracken is probably a good substitution, because Matthew Dawson was a little bit irate with Stuart Dickinson. He was stuck to him, might have affected his game. Bracken will want to come on and drive the pace. He'll be keen.
Bracken gets his first touch, but it's all pulled back because of the knock-on. Dawson so cocksure and cunning, he's a born scrum half. And he does like a conversation with the referee. Kekinado going off the base of the scrum. Guerrolo, Raineri, that's very high. It's up to Bolshaw, and it's gone to Martin, and then to Wilkinson, but clear knock-on from Bolshaw.
Now that's an interesting kick. You know, that kick was so shallow, it went up a long way, but I'd have expected a back row forward to be patrolling that area. That's a long way forward for Bolshaw. You know, I think back 5-6 years, and that's the area where Dean Richards would have used his bulk to make that his, and I think someone should be helping Bolshaw there.
There were 2 knock-ons there, so England not allowed to have the advantage. First one from Italy. As we go into the final quarter of the game. And the way this second half is shaping up, it could be a painful one for Italy.
didn't interfere with the gun.
It's a slip from Mike Catt. That kick he is entitled to be unhappy with.
No, he didn't interfere.
Not one of his best.
Now you saw the England split field kicking game there. Wilkinson, the left footer, came to the left side. Catt drifted to the right. Tactically it's right, technically it's wrong.
Another skip, thank you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, skipper, please.
There'll be no hurry here from Italy. Down a man. Cecchinato, Quirolo, is Christian Stoica. Exceptionally strong man. Well, Italy have got the put in, but they were in danger there of hanging around for too long. Martin Johnson thought so.
Well, Stuart Dickinson said that's enough, time up, and Johnson came all the way around and flattened the scrum half, but Italy get the put in.
Cecchinato caught by Bracken. That's what he does so well.
And you just feel there's half a metre of a nudge coming from England's forwards now.
Hands up now.
Deland took that into contact, so there's another back out of the equation for Italy, so they can hardly open up from here. Cecchinato tries to drive his way through Wilkinson.
Thank you, I can see that.
Held on to the ball. Just thinking Jason Robinson's hardly had a touch yet.
Not hardly, he's not touched it in 10 minutes.
They did sort of help it on one occasion, but this is Mike Catt. Maybe it's starting to open up now for Robinson. He's gone across. And the ball just doesn't seem to want to go to him. This is Healy. Drew Cork needs to move it on now to Bolshaw. Worsley is waiting. Bolshaw gives it to Joe Worsley, and England now are starting to coast it.
I had a feeling that man was going to get across when he came on. But England are stretching Italy. It's looking very tough for them now. Austin Healy involved in absolutely everything. Grewcock goes for the outside. Bolshaw stretches Italy. And then Worsley picks the line, the triumphant dive. It's the second time that Bolshaw's pace has pulled Italy wide and opened it up. First time for Healy, this time for Worsley.
Six tries and time to add. There's no place to hide when England are moving like that. Wilkinson trying to repeat that wide-out conversion. It's a carbon copy. Wilkinson himself now has scored 24 points.
But you know, talking about Bolshaw, what we have is his ability to stretch defenders and then Worsley to straighten. You can see now, as Bolshaw goes, Italy stretched, then the change of angle. Thank you very much. Easy pace.
And Bolshaw, so often the creator. Should also say that's Worsley opening his England account.
Oh, Danny Grewcock's got a taste for it now.
Regan to Bracken, Wilkinson, Catt, Bolshaw. Not quite to Robinson. History very much against Italy today. 6 previous meetings when both sides have awarded caps, all England victories. And in recent times, England piled on the agony. 8 tries in Rome last year. The World Cup game in '99. 8 different scorers on that day for England. And now it's time for the wave.
Always a sure sign that one side is getting a little bit tired, staying down with the injuries.
Now I will be expecting you to leave your seat shortly.
It's a lot more than a Mexican wave to move my butt from this chair, Miles. I'm not moving. Here it comes.
Bulldozer springs to mind.
And I don't think those men are getting up. 54 points, but I don't think England will still be that pleased.
Kekonato is again wrapped up by Bracken. He's got problems since Bracken has come on, the number 8. He's finding the England scrum half in his face. Here's Delalio and Cat. Greenwood's waiting, so is Healy, but it's back inside to Bolshaw. That little dance of his. He didn't take the ball with him. Raineri goes long with the kick. Worsley, time to trap it with the boot. Cat. Healy. Greenwood wants the long pass.
The chance there, Austin Healy furious with himself. And the Italians are going down all over the park. You can see how annoyed Austin Healy is there. But he just finds space. It's a good break from Cat. Healy picks the line well. And if that goes to hand, well, there is cover there. What a chance.
For Italy, Marco Rubaro has come onto the field and he's replaced Walter Pozzebon, who isn't going to return from the sin bin.
And this area of Italian play has been good. Their line-out so far has been excellent. Grutti's return bolstered them.
While England start to run right, it shouldn't be forgotten what Italy gave to this game in the first half and what Italy are giving to the Six Nations Championship.
Well, Brad Johnston promised a lot of pride and spirit. We've seen plenty of that.
Bolshaw. Well, would you have fancied that? Trying to catch a ball with 3 Italians bearing down on you.
And not bearing gifts there. Watch this. Bolshaw, he struggled once or twice under high balls, but that's a very good take. Superb take here. Eye on the ball. 3 men hitting.
Well, he had a good view of them, didn't he? Looking down as he was coming down. Jason Leonard is off.
17 is on the field of play.
His Trevor Woodman will be on.
Number 1.
And Caioni leaves the field. Carlo Caioni from Italy. And David Dalmazzo is his replacement. Very highly rated young player, only 20. He's number 8 against Ireland. And didn't have a bad game at all. He wasn't exposed here at Twickenham immediately, but he'll enjoy this experience. Or should I say, learn from it. Confirmation of that change. And there is Jason Robinson. And he's got Wilkinson on his shoulder. And Martin Johnson to Austin Healy. Picked up by Regan.
Well, how about that for a first touch from Robinson? Billy Whiz really flying there.
Drewcock. Well, he really has had the taste for it in this second half, Drewcock. But in some storming runs, Bracken to Healy to Wilkinson to Greenwood. Oh, what a lovely little dummy from Will Greenwood. And for England, it's time for the bottle opener now.
Gone 10 minutes for Italy. That's a good score, but you know, it started with Robinson's first touch was a very good touch. He stepped in at scrum half, got Italy on the back foot, and once you're on the back foot, you're under pressure. Bracken with the smooth service, Healy at fly half, good ball there. Just the show from Greenwood, but the work has been done. You know, Jason Robinson, he was looking for work. Look at this, the little step there. He's gone, what, 12 metres or so. Wilkinson on hand. Very good. Very good indeed.
And if this kick goes over from Johnny Wilkinson, England will have a new championship record total, beating their previous best against Wales 2 years ago. And Ireland also got to 60 in 2000 against Italy, and England go to 61 points. And of course their try-scoring exploits helped by Wilkinson's immaculate boot to create that total.
It has been immaculate. In fact, have we had an immaculate kicking day today? Not a missed kick?
I do believe we have.
And we've had a few tries as well. Who's to say there won't be a few more? Italy's forwards have just got to bust a gut now and try and get their hands on this ball and stop England winging it around. Good take from Johnson.
Vickery, over halfway. Bracken wanted quick ball, he's got it now. Wilkinson missing out Greenwood, given to Delalio. Bolshaw and Robinson awaiting. Greenwood turning it back inside. Ball had just gone forward.
Not a good running line really from Delalio. He needed to straighten earlier, he made it difficult for himself. And Austin Healy struggling with the shoulder. You just get the feeling there, Delalio really in the centre's position, but he didn't run like a centre. He drifted across and he pulled the Italian cover. You can see there, he should have given that ball to Bolshaw. It's a 2-on-1 in fact. That's not good from Lawrence Delalio. That was a 2-on-1.
There's Martin Corrie, who's still to start a game at Twickenham. He's got 19 caps to his name. Very much the super sub. Now this is where Italy really have to dig deep. Scanavacca. Straight to Bolshaw. Wilkinson. Healy behind Greenwood. Well, of course, mistakes will happen when England try things like that.
And credit to Italy, they're still making the tackles, they're still covering Twickenham, trying to keep the score down.
Grewcock is relieved of his duties, and Martin Corrie is on again. Another replacement cap for Corrie of Leicester. And it's job done for Grewcock of Saracens. There's Lo Cicero. Taken out of Barolo's hands. It was England who knocked on.
Well, 61 points, but the pursuit of perfection, they've fallen some way short this afternoon. some good moments, but they have made some errors.
Stoiker is tackled hard by Greenwood, whose defensive game has really developed, hasn't it? Greenwood, alongside a very threatening, attacking aspect to his play. And so often the traffic policeman in this England midfield, making sure the flow is all right. It was interesting from Martin, the chip off his knee, but this is Bolshaw coming back for England, and he has just skated round his man Bolshaw, head down for the corner. Nobody was going to catch him. So smooth, so stylish when he runs with that ball, and so much more to come from Ian Bolshaw.
Well, that is why Ian Bolshaw was picked at full-back.
Try England, 15.
Inside, and then the glide on the outside. The stutter, the change of pace, and the coast in. So easy, nothing Italy could do about that. Late in the game, but there were just shades of Christian Cullen about the balance of this man when he runs. The check, the change. There's the outside coast. And yes, Italy are tired, but that's a classy finish. A classy 75, 80 metre run.
I've said about Wilkinson, we knew what was going to happen there, but Bolshaw lists Cullen as one of his favourite players. He talks about Blanco and Sella and Campisi. And I know it's early days in his career, and it's wrong to place that kind of expectation on any player's shoulders to reach those heights, but there's so much you can see in Bolshaw's play which suggests greatness one day.
An outstanding prospect, certainly, and real flair. Now, Italy tiring. A scrum on the halfway line. I wonder whether England will try and get Robinson into this game. We've just seen Bolshaw's wizardry from full-back. Certainly, they gave Jason Robinson 30 metres to give him a taste of international rugby, and I think he's had one pass.
Wilkinson, as England now recorded their highest score against Italy. 67, their previous best in that World Cup game here in '99. So it's a day for records. And after a stuttering start, England have got there, got to where they wanted to be. Delalio, Bracken.
Hands up now, roll away.
Greenwood could sense that there was something developing through the middle there for him.
Advantage again, man of his feet.
Healy couldn't get the pass away. He normally does that so well when tackled. Delalio, Bracken, Bolshaw. Still Robinson waits on this touchline.
Advantage offside.
Cat. Can he crown his 50th cap day with a try? Well, that would be a popular score. It's a penalty which will enable England to go for another. Bracken, Healy, and still Healy. He can't scramble across the line again. Regan's got a sense of try scoring today. Another penalty.
And Englishmen are lining up wide. Healy knows that.
If it comes this way quickly, it must be a try. Cat to Wilkinson. Doesn't score many tries for England, Johnny Wilkinson. That's his second. And indeed his second against Italy.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Lloyds TSB man of the match is England's 14, Austin Healy.
And it's all ending on a high note for England. Well, a few could have scored it. It was Wilkinson who took it in the end.
Mike Catt on his 50th game gets the Italians flat through the lovely pass, and Wilkinson, immaculate kicking, goes over for the try.
Wilkinson's successful kick, and for him a record points total for a player in the championship. Well, Clive Woodward has assembled a first-rate team off the field. And all the coaching and management staff can take a great deal of pride in this performance from their players on the field. It's ruthless. Worsley. The pace of the man, couldn't get away, but all backs and forwards. Just can't tell the difference in this England team. Catt, Greenwood, on to Dallaglio. Lawrence Dallaglio. Italian heritage, but an England try.
Well, the handicap mark was 55-56, and they have got there in the end. Italy simply have run out of steam against the power of England. As Jonny Wilkinson lines up the kick, he's had an immaculate day with his goal kicking. But you know, when England was struggling and they needed somebody to unlock Italy, to score the tries, to create the tries, one guy above them all has come back from exile, a brief time out of the team, and Austin Healey today has been all over the park. 2 tries, he's made countless others, he's been involved in everything. Smiling, every right to be. Austin Healey, Lloyd's TSB man of the match.
And when it was a contest in that first half, Healey's contribution, well, it was as good as anybody's, wasn't it? Blemish from Wilkinson. It's the attention to detail which is so impressive in this England side, and that will annoy Wilkinson.
Well, 13 out of 14, I think even Jonny Wilkinson will just about live with that.
He'll live with it, but he will be annoyed. That's his style. 2 idiots on the pitch. It's the reason for the delay. And they're having fun, but Italy aren't. Just be hoping for the final whistle. And it's turned into torture in this second half for Italy. Catt, Greenwood. There's almost no need to open up the can now. It's already open.
Still, you know, just 1 or 2 basics eluding England. They'll be disappointed. Weary look from Will Greenwood there. It was just a give and take, really. He knows it.
Ranieri to Stoica, and then Delan. If we cast our minds right back to the start of this match, remember Dennis Delan was the first try scorer. As Italy came out fighting, and they've never lost that fighting spirit all the way through to the end. Although their cause has long since been a lost one. England will be very happy with the fact that they haven't conceded in this second half. I'm sure Phil Larder's input at half-time would have been plain and simple. Don't let it happen again, and England haven't. But there will be few neutrals who will begrudge Italy another score here. And they get the round of applause they deserve. Guerrolo. Tired-looking pack there. Stoica. Guerrolo, the scrum half again. Raineri, Pecinato, Dicali, and then Martin. But England are there all the way through to victory. A result that was widely predicted. A performance that was in the end pretty acceptable. You have to say that. England will point to mistakes made because that is their way now.